In this video we will cover the 8 best finance books of all time. In 2018, a study found that 58% of Americans have less than $1,000 in savings in the bank. It gets worse, over half of those people don't just have less than $1,000 but $0. That's bad. It's not bad because you should save money, but because having no emergency fund puts you in a vulnerable position. What if someone crashes into your car? What if you break a few bones? Things outside of our control can force us to pay up. You don't want to come up short when that happens. Thankfully, there are a lot of good books to help us become financially smart. The first book is Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert T. Kiyosaki. Rich Dad, Poor Dad tells the story of a boy with 2 fathers, one rich, one poor, to help you develop the mindset and financial knowledge you need to build a life of wealth and freedom. Why should you read it? This book is controversial. But in getting you to actually do something, it just works. It's based partially on Kiyosaki's life, who learned 2 different ways of handling money from his dad, and that of his best friend. The lessons are a mix of how to approach money as a concept, basic knowledge of accounting, budgeting, and investing, and how to manage your money so it works for you. By the time you're done with the story, you'll enjoy implementing the tips. The main reason that over 90% of the American public struggles financially is because they play not to lose. They don't play to win. Key takeaways of the book. 1. Use your money to acquire assets, not liabilities. 2. Manage risks instead of avoiding them. 3. Work to learn, not to earn. The next book is Money, Master the Game by Tony Robbins. Why should you read it? Tony Robbins dedicated 10 years of research to this book. After the financial crisis of 2008, he decided to help average people secure a good future. After interviewing several billionaire financial legends, such as Ray Dalio, Warren Buffett, Jack Bogle, he put together their best strategies. The book contains everything from mindset changes to saving tips to asset allocation. The transcripts of the interviews are worth the price of the book alone. You either master money or, on some level, money masters you. Master the Game lays out 7 simple steps to financial freedom, based on the advice of the world's best billionaire investors, interviewed by Tony Robbins. Takeaways from the book. 1. Never underestimate the exponential power of compounding interest. 2. Pick one of 3 financial goals to show yourself that financial freedom is within reach: basic expenses, basic plus fun, or financial independence. 3. Diversify your investments by using a 3-bucket system: a security bucket, a growth bucket, and a dream bucket. The third book is The Barefoot Investor by Scott Pape. Why should you read it? Scott Pape is Australia's most trusted personal finance expert. His book has sold over 1 million copies. Despite growing up on a farm, Pape wanted to get rich by trading stocks. That didn't work out. He went back to his farm, and now uses the simple life as a metaphor for managing your money. The book helps you take control in 3 phases: plant, grow, then harvest your money. He balances easy tips with radical advice. A great book for beginners. You can continue living in the past, beating yourself up about the money mistakes you made when you were younger, telling yourself you've left it too late, or you can rise up and make yourself proud. Scott Pape. Key takeaways. 1. Simplify your money management by using different bank accounts. 2. Shred your credit cards first, then start paying off your debt. 3. Automate some of your retirement planning with index funds. The 4th book in our list is The One-Page Financial Plan by Carl Richards. Carl Richards has spent more than 40,000 hours over the last 20 years as a financial advisor, working at Wells Fargo, Merrill Lynch, and others. Some of his sketches he shares on Instagram went viral. They illustrate the ideas that helped him and his wife plan their finances on just one piece of paper. His book shows you how to do the same. People who understand interest earn it. People who don't pay it. Carl Richards. The One-Page Financial Plan makes financial planning stop feeling like a burden for the less disciplined by helping you plan your entire financial future on a single page. Key takeaways. 1. Set some goals, but stay flexible and fine-tune along the way. 2. Turn budgeting into a game to make saving fun. 3. View paying off debt as an investment in your future. The next book is The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. Warren Buffett says this is the single greatest book on investing ever written. It's based on Benjamin Graham's classes, which Warren Buffett took as a young student. Value investors find companies with great fundamentals and buy their shares at a discounted price. After that, all they have to do is wait. Eventually, their real value will unlock. A true, timeless classic. Those who do not remember the past are condemned to repeat it. Benjamin Graham. The Intelligent Investor explains value investing, which is focused on generating steady, long-term profits by ignoring the current market and picking companies with high intrinsic value. Key takeaways. 1. There are 3 principles to intelligent investing: analyze for the long term, protect yourself from losses, and don't go for crazy profits. 2. Never trust Mr. Market, he can be very irrational in the short and medium term. 3. Stick to a strict formula by which you make all your investments, and you'll do fine. Number 6. The Little Book That Beats the Market by Joel Greenblatt. Joel Greenblatt is an investing legend. His investment company Gotham Funds had an annual return of over 40% for 20 years, from 1986 to 2006. With his simple formula, Joel has managed to turn Benjamin Graham's value investing approach into a system that only needs to be updated once a year. In 2005, he wrote it down to pass it on to his children. If you're looking for a specific, low-hassle investment approach, this is your best bet. Choosing individual stocks without any idea of what you're looking for is like running through a dynamite factory with a burning match. You may live, but you're still an idiot. Joel Greenblatt. The Little Book That Beats the Market is a step-by-step tutorial to implement a simple, mathematical formula when buying stocks which guarantees long-term profits. Key takeaways. 1. Look at earnings yield and return on capital to evaluate stocks. 2. Rank and combine these 2 factors to find winning companies. 3. Be patient, it's what makes this formula unpopular, but effective. Number 7 is The Millionaire FastLane by M.J. DeMarco. This book must have the world's most misleading title. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme at all. Instead, it's a story of persistence, boldness, risk-taking, and unconventional thinking. After seeing a man in a Lamborghini when he was a teenager, M.J. DeMarco knew he wanted to be rich, but he didn't want to slave away for 40 years to get there. After launching, selling, and rebuying his own company, he retired at age 33 as a multimillionaire. An inspiring read. Many people want to change their life, but they are not willing to change their choices, and ultimately this changes nothing. M.J. DeMarco. The Millionaire FastLane points out what's wrong with the old get a degree, get a job, work hard, retire rich model, defines wealth in a new way, and shows you the path to retiring young. Key takeaways. 1. Wealth stands for 3 things and money isn't one of them: health, relationships, and freedom are what truly matters. 2. At some point, you must make your income independent of your time. 3. Think like a producer, not like a consumer. The final book in our list is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This might be the most popular book about success in the world. After steel magnate Andrew Carnegie himself put him onto the task, Napoleon Hill interviewed successful individuals for 20 years. The result was published in 1937 and has sold 70 million copies. It's a book about thinking, vision, and doing what it takes to succeed. If you're a young entrepreneur, this is for you. The starting point of all achievement is desire. Keep this constantly in mind. Weak desire brings weak results, just as a small fire makes a small amount of heat. Napoleon Hill. Think and Grow Rich is a curation of the 13 most common habits of wealthy and successful people, distilled from studying over 500 individuals over the course of 20 years. Key takeaways. 1. Use autosuggestion to build an unshakable belief in yourself. 2. Be stubborn and always stick to your decisions. 3. Join a mastermind group to cut your learning curve. Cheers! Hope you enjoyed the video and please consider subscribing. Here is a suggestion for another video.